Welcome back, guys, for more Factorio. We're underground, we're digging a hole, and that hole has gotten pretty big, and some of the stuff we've made has gotten pretty messy because of some of the mechanics of this playthrough, the means of which we have at our disposal to support the roof to keep the cave-ins from happening. I suppose we could even trigger one, just as an example. I don't think I've done this in a while. Where's a safe spot to do it? Right here. Bam! Run, you fools! And kaboosh. There we go. Yeah, we're trying to avoid this sort of thing. So let me grab a wall here, and let's dig this out with my super diggy skills. We have a few means at our disposal to prevent that from happening. One is what we've been doing, the cheapest way with these walls. But there's a few other things we can do. We can also use bricks, which I've done here or there. We can also use, I believe, concrete or reinforced concrete to make a larger structure. And I would really like to pick up all this stuff and make something a little bit nicer, a little bit neater, and something that's going to scale a little bit better. Because as you can see, I've had to keep adding buffer chest after buffer chest. Whenever something is overflowing, it backs up everything else, and we need to redesign this to make it a little bit more usable, I guess would be the word. So I want to experiment with the mechanics, with the bricks, the concrete, the reinforced concrete, and the walls. See how large of an area. See what we can do. See how it works. And actually, let's do this. Just grab an inserter and plop them down. Faster than reversing them manually. So in order to do that, we need to start manufacturing all these things. The bricks, the concrete, and the reinforced concrete. And so I made a build up here to do just that. Here's the ore. This is going to be the stone coming up here. Stone is going to go up to the top and get turned into bricks. The bricks are going to go on a belt. They're going to get added to this guy, and they're also, once they're overflowing, they're going to come down here to a chest. They're going to come in here. We need water for this guy. He also needs the ore, which he is getting now. Okay, they should be getting water. And they should be getting bricks momentarily. Here comes the stone. And then here is reinforced concrete, which is going to be getting... Oh, we need to connect this guy. I also have, if you haven't noticed, and if you didn't notice at the end of last episode, I've got power armor now. Bam! So I can move a little bit faster, which is super nice. Because using a car in this map style is going to be hard. We might make a little tram system with a train eventually. But even more importantly, or equally as important, we've got personal laser defense to deal with the aliens. Which means I have to spend less time doing turret creep, picking up turrets, moving them forward, maybe moving them backwards. And I can just focus on the builds. Maybe later on the biter evolution might get high enough to where my personal laser defense might not be enough. And we might have to resort to some other tactics. But for now, I think it'll be fine. Let's just make sure everything's working. We've got the bricks getting bricked. They are going on this belt on the outside, getting put on these guys, which are turning that into concrete, putting that back on a belt. That belt is going here and getting put into this guy to make reinforced concrete. We've got this guy giving sticks to these four. Okay, and then momentarily we should see, as soon as one of these guys gets enough concrete, there we go. Yep, okay, so we've got reinforced concrete getting made, we got the concrete getting made, and the bricks getting made. All the overflow will end up in these chests. Perhaps we should limit it. Although eventually we probably will want a lot of this stuff. Alright, so I've got a decent amount of each of the different types of stuff, and we just had, something researched, and I got a queue going, so we don't need to worry about it. Let's run over here. I think what I want to do, I want to open up an area that's not connected to the rest of the base. I don't want to worry about parts of my base getting destroyed, because we're about to have a lot of cave-ins. So I think what I'll do, we'll start with the default grid, which we were told to use. And let's get rid of these little stupid things and use some proper power pole things. Let's dig out an area, nice and open, and do some experiments. Whoa! Oh my god! Oh my god, run away! No, 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 no! Okay, okay. That's why I still have turrets on me. That's why I still have turrets. Holy crap. Holy crap. Okay, just stay out of range. Stay out of, tell you what, I'm gonna repair things. Laser turrets, do your work. Holy crap. Shotguns. Maybe, oh yeah, shotguns gonna have collateral damage. Maybe I don't want to use shotguns. Okay, repair. I think we made it through. Huh, that was pretty intense. Okay, so personal laser defense is not going to be totally adequate forever. I suppose we could level up the damage that it does. But that's going to get real expensive real fast. There we are, a little bit of an area to work. 1 or 2 alien carcasses in our way. We'll just try to make the most of it. So I think what I want to try first is just some different configurations of the walls. We were told when we started, and I think it was probably in this introductory menu thing, in one of these guys, somewhere, I don't know, it doesn't matter. In one of them, it said to make this grid walls with 3 spaces in between so that you can place basically one of these machines. What happens if I just try the 4x4? How far can we push it before it starts to give in? We're getting some warning signs. Okay, so let's see if I do that and that. I think it's gonna be like that. Oh, we're about to have a cave in, I think. Yeah, okay. So not very far. Could we push that idea? Oh, okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to. Let's revert. We gotta revert. This needs to go there, 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 there. Hoop. Oh, I didn't like that. And okay, that was too much. Yeah, that's not gonna do it. Okay, kaplop. Let's replace the walls, rinse and repeat. Try something else. Can we get rid of these guys? We're still getting a cave in, and nope. What if we constrain our dimensions by 1? So that was, what, like 7 by 7, and now this is gonna be 5 by 5? Uh-huh. Look at this. This is almost like we've got a Gothic church here. We got some flying buttresses. All right, what if we had concrete instead of the walls? Okay, I do notice a little bit of the cave-in stuff, but it seems... All right, we can't do it that way. Boom, nothing. A little something. 3, 4... Okay, this is definitely a bigger space than we had previously. I wonder, maybe because I'm making a corridor, maybe we need to expand in both directions. Let's extend this out like this. Run, you fools! Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Wow, that's pretty good. After some trial and error, the biggest stable square shape I can make is a 10 by 10 space with the reinforced concrete and these walls. And the amount of walls we need to support it is... Wait for it. Wait for it some more. Keep waiting. Bam. All we need is a single layer of walls, and the rest doesn't really matter. Once we breach that, boom, run, you fools. Skadoosh. Yep, okay, so 10 by 10. Now I think we should try to figure out... How am I going to get out of here? That's another idea. Maybe I'll do this. Don't run, you... Oh, no. Okay. Tunnel time. Let's try to find out how long of a stable corridor we can make. Might be important for trains, or if we want to string together a bunch of machines without spaces in between them, can we do this? I don't see any dust falling from the sky. Okay, just from adding bricks, we've got a 5 wide corridor. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can do 6. Okay, so we did a 5 with the bricks. Can we do 7? 7 wide with the... What is that? Just the normal concrete. Okay, so what if we do... We could definitely do 8. Nope. Oh, well, maybe. I don't know. I picked up a lot from there. I got the stuff falling from the sky, but I think we did just manage a 9 wide corridor. So anyway, here is the TLDR from my little experiments. Brick and concrete appear to be functionally about the same. You get some more of the dust falling from the sky with the bricks, but the cave-in situation is the same. With the bricks or the concrete, we can do a corridor that is 8 wide. Okay, let's not run through there because it's not open the other side. With the reinforced concrete, you get a corridor that's 1 space wider. This is 9. There's a gap in the middle. So 8 versus 9. That's kind of handy. And then the square-shaped rooms are the same for the brick and the concrete again. So that's a 9 by 9 room, which is just a section of this bigger corridor, actually, but with the different reinforcing material. And we'll have to figure out how we're going to manage beacons. And I think now that we have this amount of space available to us, we can definitely work with the beacons. Brick and concrete, the same. The reinforced concrete gives us a 10 by 10 area, which means nuclear power is on the menu. And I made sure we could fit in some gaps here so that we could have the little temperature coil wire things that carry the temperature. I forget what they're called. But the little wires that carry the temperature away, we can carry those out and not have it cave in on us. And the thing I just discovered, like right before I started, that actually kind of blew my mind is that these corridors down here, you see these corridors? Guess what? Yeah, they don't need reinforcing from bricks or concrete. If I do this, yeah, I can still get out the outside. Now that all that is done, it's time to start reworking a little bit of the base. We are going to pick up all of these belts, all of this spaghetti, the kraken of splittiness, the filter kraken, that's what we'll call it. The filter kraken is gonna die, basically. So I need, let's see, I've got 46 chests here. We're gonna end up with a lot of inventory, or a lot of things in my inventory from this change. So I'm just gonna put a bunch of chests up here to dump stuff into. So, what we need is a system to filter all the items coming in and distribute them to the different belts, and then when we have overflow, we need them to get stacked up in chests. We could do this with just inserters and normal chests, but that would take a lot of space. It would be more fiddly because every time I have to add stuff, it just adds more things I need to add. What is that? Right there, we have a discrepancy in the bricks. Hang on, I gotta stop what we're doing, and that's the wrong one. Hang on. Be right with you. There. Whew! Catastrophe averted. Oh, we almost had like a little weird angle there. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, alright, so this is what we're doing. We're gonna use robots. I just think that's the most straightforward, natural solution to filter our items. We're gonna use requester chest to request the items for each of the different belts. Right now we need about 12, I think. We need 4 iron, 4 copper, 2 for steel, and then stone and coal, right? I think that's 12. And eventually we'll need iron ore as well to mass produce more of our stuff, but that can go off to the side. That's a little bit less vital to our research, not actually used in the research. This will provide 12 lines. And then right here, we've got space for some roboports. Yeah, try to catch me, robots. You're not very fast yet. I think I queued up some robot speed. Eventually, once we get things back up and running, I still have a bunch of... The reason this is spaced the way it is, by the way, is because we have stuff here to mine, and this gives us space to mine it. We're using substations now, which gives us a lot more freedom in where the power poles go, obviously. So we're going to be mining up. That's... Robots, come on, guys. Oh, no! Sorry, robots. Dang it. It's your fault, robots. I blame you. All right, time to let the robots fly. Let's see if I set all the settings correctly, or if there's probably going to be at least one mistake. There's no way there's not at least one mistake. Fly, robots, fly. And also we can change all of these guys to passive provider chests. So I'm not manually going to transfer nothing anymore now that we've got like a fully designated robot suite. And that should, yeah, that's in range. Okay, good. They are flying, but we only have a few hundred right now. I mean, it's... Yeah, 500 logistics robots is not going to be that many. Nuclear power. All of our stuff is basically empty on the belts. I think I used almost all of the steel to make all these chests that was just sitting around on belts. Used up a lot of our green circuits. The base was out of commission for a while. So, after clearing out all of these chests up here with all the leftover items, we're running, what, like 300 robots at a time? That's pretty good. We don't even have that fast of robots yet, but things are about to scale up. We have cleared out most of this space. We've got a little bit left here. This is starting to get pretty thin, so we're going to swap the smelting soon and start mining out all the stuff under here. It's so hard to get to a nice big ore patch. I think it's important to mine up every little bit that we can. Now that I have construction robots, logistics robots, it'll be easier to move things around. We can also swap over and place down the other half of our steel production and do the mining under there. First, though, we need to do a little something about our power. We're getting close to needing to expand. I am researching all of the nuclear stuff, but we're going to need... Why is that on that belt? We're going to need more power before we get to that point. And we're starting to run a little bit light on the solid fuel situation, so I'm going to set up an area here to add some more, just kind of like out of the way of the base as it exists. I did clear out some more ore patch there. There's an ore patch up here with about 1 million iron. And I ran down here, just, you know, looking for more ore as we find it. So we're going to need, let's just see how much space we're going to need. We're going to need basically something like this for the production of the things. We'll have some of the petroleum gas and some making... We're going to have refiners up here. So we're going to use both types, and then we'll use a heavy to light cracker because the light oil has the best ratio for the solid fuel, so we're going to do that, and we'll just use up all the rest of the leftover petroleum gas as well. So we'll need about that much space, and then we're going to need... Where are they? I can't see them. Okay, here they are. So we're going to need about 6 of these guys. I just wanted to put down those first so I would know how much room to give myself. I think, you know, we don't need to be cramped here. I think I might just put it something like back here. 6 of these guys, so I need to dig a little bit more space out. And then we need to reinforce the structure so that they can survive. And we learned earlier that they do just fine with the walls. So if we just do it this way... Actually, you know, I probably do this pretty quick. Oh, okay, aliens. Hi. Greetings. I didn't know you lived in this neighborhood, aliens. Guess what? You don't live here anymore. So we should be able to get rid of all that, although I'll probably put bricks underneath it anyway, just as a visual thing and just to make myself feel better about the collapse situation, because we're going to have to poke holes in it here and there anyway. May as well have a little bricks underneath, tidy the place up a bit. And I think that should just about do it. Last thing to do is to plug in the water, and I think everything should fire up. There's the oil going. Very nice, very easy, very simple. And then we're going to get some petroleum, and there is the solid fuel. There is the light... there's the solid fuel from the light oil, and then we're going to have some cracking. We need, I think, less than one of these, not a full one. But that should be the proper ratio for this amount of stuff. 6 of these... 6 of those, 12 of those, 1 of those, and we have supplemented our solid fuel. We'll probably add another strip of these steam engines fairly soon. Looks like we are holding steady. All these guys, they're not actually full, by the way, if it looks visually like they're all full, because the robots just sort of fill them all at the same level, more or less. They try to fill all the different orders at once. So all of these guys have the same amount, and they're all less than half full, but they are filling. So now what we need to do, we need to move our smelting. I've got, let's see. Actually, there's an easy way to see how much space it's going to take. We'll make just a little copy-paste. Copy. If we move this down here. Yeah, okay, so this is the only guy currently. He's only got 200 coal left. He's the only guy in the way of us moving our smelting out of the way. And we can also do the same thing with the steel. And we can start mining all that up. Oops! Oh, I forgot about that. Right, we needed those. Oh, no. So the smelting has been moved. We're mining up all this iron from the middle. Robots are doing their jobs. We need to expand with a little bit more steam power before we get to the nuclear power. We're working on the rocket silo stuff. Next time, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to take up all of these belts, all this messy stuff. Now that I know that we can do something like this, I can make this so much better than it is. It is going to have some problems as soon as we get a little bit more smelting flowing through here. As soon as we start upgrading a lot of these belts to red, there's going to be some problems with some with some throughput on these belts. But for now, things are going pretty well. That's the end of the episode. See you later. Take it easy. Have a good day. Bye-bye.